Hi, this is Marken, and this is entitled Disability Basics 1 of 3. It's going to be the first of 3 pretty short videos detailing what you need to know about filing your Social Security disability claim with the federal government, all the way in part 3 to the federal court appeals and the appeals council. So in part 1, we're going to discuss initial applications, what you need to have ready, what you need to know. So let's get started. First off, if you're applying for Social Security disability benefits, you can apply online. They try and make it as user-friendly and general public friendly as possible. You do not have to have an attorney at this stage. Now, you can always get one, which I'll explain a little bit towards the end, because Social Security attorneys' fees are the same whether or not you get an attorney to file your application at the initial stage and help you with all that, or if you get one way towards the end when you're getting ready to have a hearing in front of an administrative law judge. Either way, you can apply online by going to ssa.gov, apply for disability. Now, the whole process should take about 30 to 45 minutes. What you'll need to have with you is general information, birthdays, Social Security numbers, if you're married or have been married in the past, the names, birth dates, place of marriage, Social Security numbers of your spouse or significant other. You'll also need to have your doctor's names, the place where they practice at, the medicines you're on, the reasons why you're on those medicines, and who is prescribing them. You'll have to have educational information, so where you went to high school, what year you graduated, were you in special education, where were you in special education. A lot of it's going to be pretty typical generic information, but you need to make sure you have all that handy, because depending on when you're saying you became disabled, they're going to need all that information from your date of disability. Now, when you have completed your application online, that will be a Title II application. Now, this is important. One of the questions they're going to ask you is, do you intend to apply for Supplemental Security Income, or SSI benefits? Now, that is a different type of claim, which most people need to have along with a Title II claim. So for whatever reason, you can file a Title II SSDI claim online and have a claim pending, but you cannot file an SSI claim online. So where this comes into play is if you haven't worked for several years, if you've been a homemaker your whole time, various reasons why you would only be eligible for SSI benefits, but it's always important to have both claims pending. What you would do after you file your initial application is give it about a few days to a week, call into the main Social Security number, which is 1-800-772-1213, and schedule an SSI phone appointment or in-person appointment at your local Social Security office. Now, sometimes those will be 2 months out because they're so booked, but it's vital that you get that appointment so you can have both the online application, which you have completed, and the SSI application, which you can only do over the phone or in person at your local Social Security office. Now, there's a lot of requirements, income thresholds regarding SSI claims. So if you're married and that spouse makes over $2,000 a month, you will likely not be eligible for SSI benefits. But it's still important to at least set up that interview or go into your local Social Security office and apply. And if you're not eligible for financial reasons, then at least you have that base covered. A big thing with initial applications is they're going to send you a lot of paperwork. And this can be overwhelming for a lot of people. They're going to send you work history reports. Social Security wants to know from the date of application where you've worked and what you have done, more importantly, for the last 15 years. This can be overwhelming for a lot of my clients who have had lots of jobs and they're trying to figure out where they worked, etc. An easy way is to either look at your taxes or look at your My Social Security statement, because that will have a detailed list of what you've earned and where you've earned that money going back 15 years. Now, this can be very important when they send you the work history report and the adult function report after you have applied. Those two documents are very vital to whether or not you're going to get benefits or not. I'll explain a little bit later to look up some resources with regards to both those documents. Now, Social Security has a duty to review and obtain medical records for you, as long as you provided them in your application with the providers you've seen, the doctors you've seen. It's their duty, in part, to get medical records on your behalf. Another good thing to get from your doctors, especially your primary care doctors, are what's called treating source statements. Essentially statements, letters, questionnaires from your doctor, which will specify how you can't work, essentially, the diagnoses you have, and what findings they have found specifically. Most Social Security attorneys, I would hope all, would have specifically tailored treating source statements with regards to the diagnoses that you might have, whether it's degenerative disc disease in your back or it's mental health symptoms, whatever the case may be. Those can go a long way to proving disability. Now, sometimes the Social Security Administration will send you to what's called a consultative examination, or a CE. Now, that is a paid doctor that they have that is going to essentially treat you one time at their expense, Social Security's expense, and they're going to give a report back to Social Security with regards to your functioning. Now, they could send you to a physical health CE, they could send you simply to get x-rays, they could send you to a psychologist to get a evaluation done. It's really up to them and the case manager that's handling your claim. Now, when we go into next part, which is going to be part 2, we're going to go into if you've been denied and what to do at that point. Now, if you want more information with regards to function reports and work history reports and some tricks and techniques to complete those, check out my website, which is disabilityattorneyssa.com. I have some entries with regards to both those, as well as other resources you can find to help you with your disability claim. Thank you.